Blog Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome to Angelspeakers Blogtalk Radio. Your host is Terry Miller, who is an author, psychic, medium, energy healer, and happiness coach who resides in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. On Terry's website, angelspeakers.com, you can read all about time, as well as her other services offered, and even book a session from there. The information discussed on Angel Speakers is intended for general information and entertainment purposes only. It is not designed to provide listeners with specific personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. The programs are not meant to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individuals with health problems should always consult their healthcare provider for professional medical advice, medications, or treatments. The views expressed by show hosts or their guests are their own and shall not be construed in any way as advice from Angel Speakers. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to Angel Speakers or the show hosts whose words and or opinions appear from or on this broadcast. To connect by phone, dial 929-477-1899. If you have called in and want to participate by being on the air with our hosts, press the 1 on your phone. We encourage participation from the chat room as well. Now, here's your host and founder of Angel Speakers, Terry Miller.
Hello, and welcome, everyone. I am so excited to be here tonight with my guest co-host, and I'll be introducing her shortly. I just want to thank everyone that's here on the lines, in the chat room, and those that will be listening to this later on the replay, and I pray that you all get a blessing out of this. I've asked my angels to be here for the show because I know that energy goes out over the airwaves, and it's the intention of the show to reach those that need to hear the messages. And tonight should be a very powerful message. I should say it will be a very powerful message. So we set that intention for it to be so. I want to just share a few things with you before we begin. Tomorrow night is Fridays with Brandy. We'll be here at 8 o'clock with Brandy Mullen, my co-host, and that's an amazing show with intuitive readings, and the two of us just try to raise the vibration and give you the most accurate reading that is possible with the help of the angels and our spirit guides. On Saturday, there's not a show, but Angel Speakers is my group on Facebook, and we're having a party on Saturday, an online party. So if you're not part of Angel Speakers, just jump in there. Let us know that you want to be a member and come to the party on Saturday. There's going to be readings. There's going to be giveaways. We're giving away books, sessions, all kinds of good stuff. So come hang out with us Saturday starting at 1. I think it's 1 to 5. And we would love to have you there. Next week, this whole month is just packed with shows, different kinds, new co-hosts that I haven't had on the shows before. So I hope you'll check out the calendar. It's on angelspeakers.com, and there's a tab for Blog Talk Radio, and it'll list all the shows as well as the link. All you have to do is click on the link, and then at any night that I'm on, you can always dial the number 929-477-1899 to talk to us. And if you hit the 1 after you connect, that raises your hand and lets me know you want to be on the air. And tonight, my co-host is Lorene Salomone. And Lorene is a new friend of mine, but we realize that we have done this dance so many times before. We've been together in lifetimes and just had that instant connection when the two of us met. And I want to tell you a little bit about Lorene. She began her spiritual practices in 2007 of daily meditation, studying metaphysics, automatic writing, and weekly energy sessions to heal herself from past experiences. She's a certified clinical hypnotherapist. She uses a deeper, more interactive, and exploratory process of hypnotherapy to align the free will of the conscious mind, and the power and intention of the subconscious mind with the deeper soul intention of the superconscious mind. Hypnosis sessions are done at the level of the soul, that deeper dimension of the self. She specializes in inspiring faith, hope, and love in self for personal growth and self-development tools, breathing exercises, guiding the meditation process, and helping her clients to evolve on all levels of mind, body, heart, and soul. Lorene's website is selfrecoverycoach.com, and you can reach her on that website. And I love what's on there that she's written on her first page of it. It says, always remember that you are a powerful creator, and everything that is happening in your life right now is being created by you intentionally or unintentionally. Whenever events in your life are not going according to plan, you and you only can change the circumstances for the better. That is how powerful you are. Remember, you are a beautiful and compassionate being whom the universe adores and serves without any judgment. You are loved beyond measure. Lorene, that is so beautiful. I just absolutely love that. And welcome to Angel Speakers tonight.
Thank you, Terry. I'm so honored and so happy to be here.
Yes, I have been excited ever since we set this up, and looking forward to what you're going to help us with tonight. It's called a chakra gland activation. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, there's a lot of science that really goes behind chakras and our glands and our endocrine system. And, our physical side of life, there's also a spiritual side of us. Some of us are aware of it, and some of us are, just awakening to that. And, both sides are very real and very powerful. And really I want to get into tonight is how our cells emit radiation and energy, just like a source of power. And we feed our bodies minerals and nutrients, and as your cells process, they then release in different ways. So the cells and what they do will determine the power release that's needed. So in each chakra, there's a point to import parts into this physical reality through the locations in the body, and that, it's all in synchronicity. So, if we're going to give attention to our physical body, it's very important to give attention to our spiritual side as well, because it's about creating a balance. So, we're going to go over that in a little bit more detail, and then as we move through the show, what we'll do is the angels and the masters have informed me that through this activation and some breath work, we're going to be activating a higher level of our chakras, and we'll talk about a little bit more what that means.
Awesome. I am so looking forward to it. I was in your Violet Flame meditation on Monday night that you did, and it was so powerful. And I know that the angels work with you and through you, and, you're so healing with the words that you speak out. So that was another reason why I was so excited to have you on the show, because I know that there are people that need that. And the words that are going out over these airwaves are just going to be healing to those that are listening and those that will listen later. I sincerely believe that.
Yes, and as we set that intention, Terry, just by you speaking those words, it's already starting to help us all balance. And, as we join together right now, or, in the future, those who come on, this really activates an energy to raise our personal vibrations, but that vibration that is part of the collective consciousness. So as we set that intention, we're just going to allow this energy to start moving and flowing through us. It's very exciting.
Very exciting. So what else is going on in your life? I know we're going to get into this in just a minute, but just tell us some of the things that you're doing here in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. Thank you for coming to my class the other night, by the way. I was honored for you to be there. The Violet Flame meditation class is so powerful, and it's, that activation in divine remembrance of who we truly are is, sometimes it's really hard to let go, because our ego mind, our physical self, just wants to hold on so tightly to things, and stepping into that place of forgiveness within our hearts is so important. And that's really been the topic of the month for August. Well, actually went out in September. So the topic of last month is, being in that present space of remembering our true divinity and that purity that goes with that. And going forward, I am creating with the Center of Inner Wisdom to have that Violet Flame sound healing activation once a month. And that date hasn't been set for the month of September. It'll probably be near the end. But, I post on Facebook about that when the classes are taking place. But at the end of the month, on September the 26th, at the Center for Inner Wisdom, we're going to be doing what's called a spiritual vision board. So we're going to go through this wonderful meditation. And, we're going to connect in with our guides and our higher guidance system. And I'm going to help supercharge energy for those who are new in spirituality and who are our guides and what do our angels do. And as we tap into that through the meditation, then we'll just go right into just like creating like a regular vision board for goals that you do at the beginning of the year. But this is, what is your soul expressing to you? And that's what's going to come out onto the board after the meditation in the beginning to, hey, your soul's looking to speak and come out and play and create and be in oneness with your physical life. So that's going to be a super fun class. I'm really excited for that. And on Facebook, I have a group. It's called Co-Creators of Peace for All. I was inspired to create that group and that meditation at either 11:11 a.m. Eastern or 11:11 p.m. Eastern. Right now we're on PM. We're just seeing what flows best. And, there's people that have different schedules. So Spirit World is looking to kind of meld those two together. So I encourage you to join us on Co-Creators of Peace for All. It's a quick Violet Flame activation meditation, not only for ourselves, but also for the universal consciousness. And it's the time that we're able to tap into that collective consciousness as the oneness that we are. And I love doing that daily meditation. It really inspires us to create that peacefulness. And, we did that peace within me meditation, you and I, earlier today. And that's just so in alignment, with you and I and us in remembrance of what we've done together as far as the peace movement goes in many lifetimes. So that's what's going on with me right now, and that's where we're at as far as classes and stuff like that go.
Good. And I did notice on the schedule that on the 25th, we're doing back-to-back classes. So I'll be doing my Release the Blockages to Abundance class there from 1 to 2 p.m. on the 25th, and then you come on right after me. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's great because it's releasing blockages. Whoever's in your class should definitely step into the next class because they've just released so much blockages. They're going to be able to connect to their guides and angels so quickly. They're going to be like, they'll probably have 2 vision boards.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, and the peace. I loved doing that with you today. That was just so much fun. And Lorene and I plan on doing more of those. We're going to just jump on Facebook Live. So anytime you see me say we're going live, really soon, then the two of us will jump onto Facebook Live and put some love and peace and raise the vibration out there, and definitely gratitude. So, I just so love, Lorene, that you're encouraging people to share their gratitude out on Facebook too, to get more positive out there on Facebook, on people's timelines, and, in all that we do in our lives. There's enough negative out in the world, so I just love that we're encouraging people to place positive out. And by sharing the gratitude, that does raise the vibration of anybody that reads it. not only just those that type it in of what they're grateful for, but those that read it also get a blessing from it. And that was the intention of my random acts of kindness that I started back up this month. Everybody gets a blessing from reading what has happened, whether somebody did an act of kindness or they received an act of kindness. It all raises the vibration. And that's so important in this time of ascension.
Absolutely. It allows to basically, in what you're explaining, Terry, and how my interpretation of that is that, as we read, the things in Facebook and we're in a certain vibration, just like, people are tuning in to listen to us now. What station are we attuning to when we're on Facebook? Are we attuning to the mass consciousness, or are we attuning to creating a consciousness of peace? And through gratefulness, that when a person reads what somebody else is grateful for, what that does is it activates our spiritual DNA, and it gives us, if you will, like a butterfly feeling in our stomach that's just like, it's like we're racing and we're so happy and excited to hear and feel what people are in a state of gratitude and grace for. And that activation of the spiritual DNA, like amping up and like what's, coming out and like looking to create is so powerful.
Yes, exactly. It definitely is. Well, we've had quite a few people join in. We have a lot of people on the phone lines. No one has their hand raised. Those of you that came in late after the announcement, if you'd like to talk with us on the air, you hit the 1 on your telephone keypad, and that just tells me that you want to be on the air talking to us. And we've got a lot of people that have joined us in the chat room. Thank you all for being in there. I see you all, blessed souls, and thank you for being here tonight. So this will probably be a good time for you to go ahead and start the chakra activation.
All right, that sounds wonderful. So the first thing that I'm going to ask you all to do, if you're not driving, is to just take a deep breath and close your eyes for a moment, like a really deep breath, way deep down into your belly. If you need to put your hand on your belly to take a deep breath to make sure you're not breathing just shallowly in the chest, take a deep breath and close your eyes for a minute and just get present with that breath. And I ask that my ego mind step out of the way for the purposes of tonight, and I ask you to ask your ego mind the same, to just take the back seat or put it on the shelf for a moment. It has so much time to do all that it does throughout the day for us, and we're really going to get inside of our heart center. So take a deep breath into your heart center and just feel yourself becoming present in with your breath, in with your heartbeat, and allow all the stress of what's gone on today to really just melt out and clear the energy out of your body and your soul. And just coming into balance with yourself. And as we balance in with ourselves, we're balancing in with each other, so just collecting the energy together. And balance really is the way. And if you want to keep your eyes closed through this, feel free. You really hear things differently when your eyes are closed. So if you want to do that, I encourage that. If not, then, that's okay. But balance really is the way. Belief in balance. And as this belief activates within you, there's a harmony that allows yourself to move through life with greater grace. So I'd like you to take a moment and ask yourself, do you believe that harmony exists? If you want to jot your answer down, write that down on a piece of paper. Do you believe harmony exists? Surrendering into allowance of the belief in harmony, to fully accept this as a piece of your existence. When you allow yourself to move out from the reactionary point of view, your clarity provides you with balance or imbalance. And all the decisions that you make will eventually return you to balance. And any decision that is made from the point of imbalance will lead you to further requirements of yourself for adjustments as well. Excuse me. I recently read a quote somewhere, and I give thanks to wherever I found this quote from, but it said, your new version of your life is going to require a new energetic vibration from you. So if your desire and your beliefs are to have a different life that's full of peace and abundance and prosperity, then it is up to you to change, because you are going to be required to be a new you. You can wish and desire and, put your intentions and manifestations out there, but you have to take responsibility of shifting with that energy. And as you shift into balance, things start to just flow differently for you. And imbalances continue to throw you into more imbalance. And as a result of those imbalances and the creation of more imbalance, you're a reactor rather than an observer. So, I spoke in the beginning about your spirit and the science behind chakras and glands and the reality of your physical life and your spiritual life. Spirit is life. Your mind is a builder, so what you think you become. And your physical is a result of your spirit and mind creating the result into your physical reality. And balancing your chakras allows your glands to regulate and move energy through the body better. So let's just take a deep breath. I know that's a lot of information. This is a big download. And just see where or feel where there may be resistance in your body. Maybe you want to write that down in case you want to, talk to us in a couple of minutes. And we could talk about that for you individually. So balancing your chakras and allowing your glands to regulate and move energy through the body allows you to regulate your emotional and your mental mind. So just take a deep breath. At the base of your spine, this is your root chakra. This is your first chakra for those of you who aren't familiar with chakras. It's right at the base of your spine. This regulates your adrenal glands. And the color, the physical color is actually red. And the purpose of your root chakra is started with I live. And your root chakra can't see past this exact moment. It can't see past right now. So that chakra is very present. I live. And in just a few moments, we'll also go through in the activation some toning sounds on how you can align your chakras and get your glands and get everything in your energy system moving on your own. It's wonderful, to have others help us. But how powerful is it for you to tap in and be that powerful creator of the energy that's running in your life? Terry, are there any questions or anything that I need to know about?
We have one person with their hand raised. I didn't know if you wanted to wait till after the activation to take those calls.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I just wasn't sure if there's anything in the chat room. Maybe that anyone had a question. So, okay, no problem.
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. So, the more you understand and the more you raise your frequency and vibration, the more you're able to answer your questions from within about your purpose. And that's what's considered the joy indicator, okay? So as we work with the root chakra energy is I live. I live. Such a powerful statement. You being that powerful creator in I live. I shift the energy of my own chakras. I regulate the energy of my glands. And that chakra is the spiritual point that was put into the body in order for it to become a physical manifestation. And, what are you in allowance of in your life? I live. Breathe into the root chakra at the base of the spine and repeat in your mind for just a moment, I live. I live. And for those of you who don't know what the word chakra actually means, it's a Sanskrit word and it means wheel or vortex. So it's a pump, a valve that regulates flow through the energy in the system in our body. And when we feel like our life isn't flowing, and it starts in our root chakra with I live, when we feel like we're blocked in our life and, there's all these blockages and things just aren't flowing, we have to go back to the basics of where in my body am I feeling resistance? And, we can misuse our energy points, and they can be misused in many different ways. It could be anything from selfishness, hate, anger, criticisms, things like that stop the flow of our chakras. And that I live is so important. Think about it. You live every day. Every day when you wake up, you live. What are you living? Whose experience are you living? We come in to we're born into a family, and we have their level of understanding. And some of us are removed from our family that we're originally born into because that's what our soul needs to do, wants to do. So I live. And many of us step into a place of creating new families in our soul family and activating who our soul family is, like that connection that Terry and I have. Like we haven't known each other physically very long, but we know each other. And we are choosing to live and create this show for you tonight. So take a deep breath again into the root chakra at the bottom of the spine, the tailbone area. And there are archangels, for those of you who are connected with the angels, and some of you may know, some of you may not, but Archangel Gabriel and Hope regulate the root chakra. And that's a point of life source, creation, procreation, and it gives the light and the energy to all the other chakras. So if you're stopped up and you're clogged there, it's going to be hard for you to bring balance and bring any energy to the other chakras and the other glands, so your body operates in a place of unlimited physical energy. So you love your body and you love to use it and you take care of it and you feel secure in your life, but the display, things just aren't manifesting. Abundance isn't manifesting. It's because you have discordant energy in your root chakra. So Gabriel and Hope bring in joy and purity and discipline. And you can call on them anytime you wish to help you move that energy in the root chakra. So moving up to the second chakra, which would be your reproductive gland area, that's going to be orange in physical color. Okay, and that's the pelvic, the hip region area. There's 5 vertebrae there. So if you take 2 fingers and you put them on your belly button, it's about 2 inches below your belly button, right in that area. And remember that your chakras aren't just in the front of your body, or what that you may see them like, how they're aligned on a poster or something. They're in the front of your body, the back of your body. Like they're very expansive. They're not just straight up and down the spine. Sometimes they move a little to the left, a little to the right. Sometimes they get smaller. Sometimes they get really big if they're too open. So it's all things taken into consideration. And this is your soul freedom, your creativity, your intuition, or your gut reaction, like a hunch. That's where that energy comes from. And that's Archangel Uriel and Aurora. So you can always call on them to help you with this particular chakra. Take a deep breath into that area, in the reproductive gland area. What does the energy feel like there? We're going to move up to the third chakra now, which is the solar plexus. And the solar plexus, let's say it's about 2 to 3 inches above your navel. And your color here is going to be a beautiful golden yellow. It might not be golden. It might be more like the sun. And this particular chakra, your gland would be the pancreas in the digestive system. This is where you experience and radiate peace. There's a big point of power here. And Archangel Zedekiel and Amethyst help those with the third chakra. And in the peace meditation that we tap in with them a lot, because they activate that peace, that point of power, that remembering that you are a powerful co-creator and you create your own freedom, or you imprison yourself. The only reason that you feel imbalanced is because you've created that, so you can expand and learn from that. So this is also where you would experience like fears or angers. And there are a lot of intuitive people who get bombarded with energy here. And there's people that, haven't activated their intuitiveness, and they get really bombarded with energy in their solar plexus. And it's, being empathic, having that intuition activated, it isn't always simple, but it's easy, and it's, remembering that desire to live in divine peace. So tap into Archangel Zedekiel and Amethyst, and they will help you with this particular chakra, or if you have issues with your pancreas or your digestion, they help you to move that energy. Take a deep breath into that chakra area, about 2 to 3 inches above the belly button. Put your fingers there if that helps you. And what do you feel there? Is it flowing? Is it not flowing? Does it feel bombarded with energy? Take a deep breath. We're going to move right up to the next chakra, which is the heart. And those are the 12 chest vertebrae in the heart. And this is your thymus. And your thymus, if you don't know what that does, is it forms your immune system. There's been some research. There's been some doctors, and the research that they've done have found that the heart is made up over 60% of neural cells. And love itself is patience. And that's really interesting because, more and more the physical world is coming into the new energetic vibration of proving that these centers in our body exist. There's, they regulate our glands, they move things through us, and it's just so amazing to me that through vibrational medicine and all this research that really the science of spirituality, like they're really melding together, and it's so exciting. So in your heart chakra, take a deep breath there. Just breathe into your heart area. And your heart chakra talks about I love. I love. Think about all the things you love. Think about all the people that you love. Think about how much love you have for yourself. How much love you have for yourself. How much more love could be activated for you? Not necessarily all the people in our lives, and not necessarily all the things that we have in our lives, but how much more love could be activated for you? And this is the fourth chakra. So this is so much creation here in this particular chakra. The color here is going to be green. Some may say pink. And we'll get into why some chakra colors and some of the teachings are a little bit different as far as the color system goes. But, in everything that we go through tonight, I want you to come to your own determination of this information and what resonates for you, because you're creating you. You're creating your life. I'm here as an activator and a guide, and it's just really important. I encourage all of my clients that all the information that we go over, that they get into a resonation of what makes sense to them and what resonates true or untrue for them. And that's a big teaching of Buddha as well. So take another breath into the heart and tell yourself inside, talking to your inner heart, I love myself. When's the last time you told yourself that you love yourself? I tell myself a lot more than I ever used to, I'll tell you that. And I do. I love myself. And I love all of you also. So the archangel is Chamuel and Charity. And they help us remember divine compassion, kindness, charity. Moving up to your next chakra, at your throat center. This is going to be blue in color, and this is your thyroid. And there's so much power in the words that we speak, and there's so much power in the words that we don't speak. The vertebrae here are going to be your 7 cervical and the neck, 1 being the axis and the atlas, and then the 5 others. With chakras and all the power that are behind them, the throat chakra is so important, because when we speak something, we are creating it. Whether we see that creation immediately right now or we see it later, it's being created. So remember, the words that you speak, be very, very present always, but be even more present when you're speaking. I know there's a lot of people that say, watch what you say. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. And, that's very true, because a way for that particular chakra to get clogged is by speaking words that tear another person down. And when we do that, we're really just doing that to ourselves. And this chakra conveys truth or untruth. And this is blue in color. And this would be Archangel Michael and Faith. And they really help us to tap into our truth, our faith, our power, our perfection, our will. Talk to them about helping you with your throat chakra. Take another breath into the throat area and feel the energy moving through. Moving up to your third eye now, in the center of your forehead. This would be the 22 bones of the skull, the pituitary gland. Take a deep breath into the center of your forehead. See a beautiful indigo color. And this is I see. I see. What do you see? I see. The third eye is a representation for Archangel Raphael and Mary. And this is experiencing God as concentration, healing, truth, abundance. This is a place where we judge others and where we should be seeing no judgment, or seeing everyone as childlike. It's very easy for us to look at children and see God or universal consciousness or spirit. It's not always so easy when we look at adults. You have to ask yourself, why is that? Why do you see a child? Because he's smaller or she is smaller? Something to really think about. This is also a place of science, music, vision, wholeness, concentration. So if you're getting ready to study anything, this is a great place to really balance out your third eye and get into a space of balance with it, because it will help you to concentrate better on whatever it is that you're working on. And when this particular chakra is balanced, we feel so clear and so focused, and we're able to determine between truth and illusion. But take another deep breath in to the center of your forehead, your third eye. What can you let go of in this area? Moving up to the seventh chakra at the top of the head, the crown. This is your pineal gland. And see a beautiful violet light. The statement here is, I am. I am. What are you? I am. Take a breath. If you feel confusion, depression, dissatisfaction, disorderly in your thoughts or your actions, living a life without faith or hope, breathe into this area. This is a place of accessing your spiritual power and your connection to divine, your God, whatever that looks like for you, your spirit, universal consciousness, whatever words work best for you there. You know, your chakra system changes as you integrate higher and higher frequencies of creator light. So you may have heard different teachings on the colors, and I'd like to get into that in a little while. But right now, I am feeling that there's some questions, and I also, before we get into the deeper teachings and why some of those colors are different, we'll go through some questions, and we'll also go through the activation. So with the seventh chakra, before we move on to that, Terry, is Archangel Jophiel and Lady Constance, or some call her Christine. I call her Christine. It works better for me. And you can call on them to, if you're ever feeling really disconnected and you're feeling like really alone and depressed, and you feel like you just like why am I here? What am I doing? I'm so depressed. I'm so sad. They will help you to remember who you are. And a really good mantra that I like to use, that I used in the past when I had those feelings before, is I am that I am. I am that I am. It's so powerful. And you just repeat it over and over to yourself. And you really start to feel that connection flow back in. Okay, Miss Terry.
Yes. That was amazing.
Thank you.
It was a really good overview of the chakras. I love that. And, you know, especially connecting the glands to the chakras, because I know there were a lot of people that were wondering, you know, what this was going to be. And I love the way you just tied it all in.
Thank you. Thank you. So, you know, before, you know, we want to chime into any questions and anything like that, is, you know, think of the chakras as electromagnetic batteries within the body, and all the vibrations of the electromagnetic frequency communicate to many levels of consciousness. And when you harmonize and balance and integrate them, so many things flow and so many things change. It's so amazing. So I will shift over to you, and we'll talk to a few folks, and then we'll go through some toning so we can balance our chakras, and we'll activate, and then we'll talk about those alternate colors of the chakras.
Okay, absolutely. We're going to go to the phone lines. And Sonia came in later. If you're on the phone and you want to talk to us and ask your questions, just hit the 1 on your keypad, and I'll put you on the air with us. So right now we're going to area code 937. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Brandy. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Great, honey. Thank you for calling in tonight and for listening.
Oh, you're welcome. I just wanted to say thank you. That was amazing meditation and activation, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, well, thank you for being here, Brandy, but don't go away because there's more activation coming.
Cool.
But thank you so much for joining us.
I didn't really have any questions. Oh, you're welcome. I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, so no questions?
No.
All right, honey. Well, thank you for being here with us. Brandy's my co-host on Friday night, so tomorrow night we get to spend some time with her. Thank you, Brandy. I'm going to put you back. Yeah. I love my Fridays with Brandy.
I love him too, and this is awesome. So I just wanted to say hello and thank you for all that you do. Thank you.
Well, you're so welcome. And I'm going to put you back on hold. Okay, anybody else? We don't have any questions in the chat room, but there was a comment. Chris said that was awesome, and thank you, which it was.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, so there's no questions. Okay, that's.
Oh wait, we have another hand raised. So let's see if there's a question there. It's area code 310, and you're on the air with us. Hello. Hello.
Hey. Hello, my name's Janet.
Hi, Janet.
I'm sorry. Oh, Janet. Okay.
Hi. I have a question. When the chakras spin clockwise, and there were times I'm healthier now when I would feel like literally like the life source was getting sucked out of me, and I would check my chakras using a pendulum, and the root would be spinning backwards. Is that an indication of illness there?
Yes.
Or?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, you know, when the root chakra is in balance, you will see good health. So if you have a really good relationship with your pendulum and it is going in reverse, you know, it would be important to, you know, really ground yourself in and have a conversation with yourself. I mean, I would be happy to, take a look at your root if you'd like.
I'm better now.
Okay.
There's something going on with my heart chakra right now. I can feel them now. It's weird when my voice and my words slur. I'll check my throat, and it'll be backwards.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
So, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mean, at that point when they're backwards, I would stop and try and spin them the other way and, concentrate on the energy there and stuff like that. Is that what you're supposed to do? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different exercises that you can do with your chakras. And, yes, focusing on that energy and setting an intention with the chakras. There's affirmations that you can use. There's, when you do a check-in with yourself is, okay, looking at it like, okay, so why is this coming up for me? Why is my throat, why am I feeling this imbalance in my throat? And like being really present, with the information that your body's giving to you. There's lots of different exercises that you can do. It's like whatever resonates best for you. And the toning that we're going to do. Toning, if you don't know what toning is we're all vibrational sound. Like everything has its own internal ohm. Like our car when it runs, the DVD player, the computer. The same thing is for us in our chakras. There's an internal ohm, like a running little sound. If you really tune into it. So toning for like in this particular instance with the throat. The tone is I, like your physical I, and that's what you would do to just focus in on your throat. Talking to your guidance system. If you use the angels, asking Archangel Michael and Faith to help you speak your truth, because sometimes it's not always about what we spoke, but could be about what we're holding back and not speaking also. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of good exercises that you can do, but if you feel like that one works best, you could use that, or I'd be happy to share with you other ones as well.
Okay, can I just have one more little question? Kind of little.
Sure.
My daughter she's just beyond sensitive, and the energies are coming at her too high, too much. Now, when I would hold the pendulum over her, I mean, it practically, it goes in such a circle that it's almost flatlined all the way around, and you have to hold on because it wants to go.
Right. Well, right. Chakras can be too open as well.
Well, yeah. Is it bad to maybe try to shut some of that down? I mean, is that?
Well, I wouldn't say that it's necessary. I don't think it would be that it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just getting the chakra into balance. It's not, if it's too closed and it's not moving, then we got to get it moving. And if it's too open, then we got to bring that energy in. It's not really closing it off. It's just bringing it into balance.
They're all like, I mean, especially her crown. You got to hold on because the pendulum will fly out of my hand.
Mhm. Yeah, it sounds like there's.
What would I do with her? Would we go to like Reiki? Would we go to? How can I kind of help calm it all down for her?
Grounding her energy. Yeah, you know what grounding is, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Grounding is going to be so important. It sounds to me, from what my guides are telling me, that, her level of empathicness is really open. So it's kind of causing an imbalance for her. And basically what they're saying to do with her is to help her ground. And there's a balancing exercise that I can recommend for her is the exercise is 10 minutes long. But you start with 5 minutes, you stand on the left foot. So if she needs to hold on to something so she doesn't fall over, but just stand on the left foot and raise the right foot off the ground. Set a timer on the phone so you're not checking it for, every 2 minutes or every 30 seconds. set it for 5 minutes, and then switch over and do the right foot and pull the left leg in the air, and really, being present with the breath during that exercise, balancing, because when you're balancing the left and you're balancing the right, the left side is your spiritual side and the right side is your physical side. So what that's doing is that's bringing you into balance with yourself, but it's also bringing you or her or both of you into balance with the universe and allowing the energy to be more subtle as it comes in. So grounding exercises, that balancing exercise, and then, if she doesn't have any issues to taking a salt bath once or twice a week to get rid of the residual energies that continue to blow open for her so she can cleanse them out quickly. Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's also really bothered by the U sound for some reason. I mean, she has misophonia over it, where it elicits this pain that just shoots right down her.
And what is the sound you said? The ooh sound?
The U.
The U. Okay.
U, as in
so like Y-O-U. Okay.
Yeah. The letter U.
Okay, so
anything with the U.
Okay. So that, her root chakra, that would be ooh or for the root, okay, the tone. Getting that root in alignment, because if that's too open, it's going to cause everything to blow open as well. Just as well as if it's closed, it's not going to allow energy to move through the body. So it's just very expansive. So it's like bringing that in and just setting an intention with whatever your guidance system is.
Yeah.
What's that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
I said that ties right into with her needing to be more grounded.
Yes, exactly.
Then that's what we'll do. We're going to work on that.
Good.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling in, and don't hang up, because she's still going to do the activation for us. Okay.
I'm not. I'm looking forward to it.
Right. Awesome. Thank you for calling in tonight.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, we have one more with their hand raised, so we can take that one, and then you want to do the activation after that one?
Yes.
All right. This is area code 516. Hello.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. I found your information amazing, and I have some questions about the throat chakra. Okay, we say the spoken word, but what about the word that is not spoken? I mean, like when you have all those negative thoughts and you bite your tongue in a situation, if you get my drift.
Yes.
How does that affect the chakra and the unspoken feelings, words you want to spit out but you don't want to get an argument, or it's let it pass?
Okay. With your throat chakra is, being able to speak your truth. And, it kind of goes into closing it down. Just as much as it can be too open, it goes into closing it down when you don't speak your truth and you aren't feeling like you can self-express and feeling safe to speak your truth because of whatever probable outcome, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's being able to figure out where that's actually coming from, because it's not just about the throat chakra. If you're feeling as if you can't speak your truth, you have to go into the body. Like what I do is called spiritual analysis, because I'm a spiritual analyst. So in a spiritual analysis, when someone comes to me and they say, well, I'm just not able to speak my truth. Well, then I have to go and look in the body and get into where in their programming within them that was the initial point of, I shouldn't say anything because it could create this, right? And we all experience that. We all have experienced it at some point or currently experiencing it, because, there's a part of us that says, well, we can't really speak our truth. And a lot of times it ties back into the root chakra, because in our root chakra, we have all of our teachings from our family. And somewhere within the family, we learned that it's not okay to speak our truth. And that really comes from our tribal essence, our tribe, our family. And then what happens is it goes through all the chakras, and it usually gets clogged up in the root, it gets clogged up in the throat, because at a root level, our subconscious programming is saying, hey, we can't speak our truth. It would, it could create this, it could be that, there could be a bad outcome. But, when we speak our truth and we do it with integrity and discernment, and we take a moment to take a breath into our throat chakra, and if you believe in the archangels and you ask Archangel Michael to help you speak it, he will help you speak in such a loving way that it will get rid of any probable discordancy. And if the person is in discordance with what you're saying, it's because they're in discordance with themselves, and it's then, it's not really about you, it's about them.
Okay. Now you said there was another angel besides Archangel Michael for the throat chakra?
Oh, for the throat chakra? Yes, it's Lady Faith. That's his feminine counterpart.
Lady
Faith.
F-A-C-E?
No, Faith, like F-A-I-T-H. Faith.
Oh, Lady Faith. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of her. Okay.
Yeah, so they inspire truth and faith and really just being powerful in our speech, but powerful in a loving way and inspiring.
And where would I find, from where did you learn about Lady Faith? A book or where to find?
Yeah, there's lots of books out there that you can look into. Faith, she presented herself to me some time ago in a meditation, and I'm like, who are you? And she goes, I'm Faith. And I'm like, who's Faith? I'm like, I've never heard of you. And then I did some research and found some books on the archangels. There's a website, what's the name of that website that I could refer you to? SummitLighthouse.org.
Summit Lighthouse.
They have some really good information out there about the angels, the feminine counterparts, and the ascended masters. So if that resonates for you, that's a good place. Also, I think Doreen Virtue has some information out on both, the more masculine archangels and then the feminine angels as well, the counterparts.
Okay, because I have a lot of Doreen Virtue's things, but I don't remember coming across a Lady Faith. So that's why I was asking.
Okay.
So, okay. I'll have to look for that. Okay, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to hearing.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for calling in tonight and for listening.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's all the people we have with their hands raised.
Okay,
now,
wonderful.
Sure. When you were having us breathe into each chakra, I've done a lot of work with the chakras, and I actually do an energy healing called Time Heals, where I help people balance their chakras and align them. And when I was breathing into my solar plexus chakra, for some reason, I was seeing green. And I know I've seen this happen before when I've dealt with energy healing and going into other people's chakras by distance. I've seen like the bleeding of one chakra into the other, but I saw just like a total green when I went into the solar plexus chakra. So I was just curious of why that would happen. I didn't see the color I normally see in the solar plexus.
Okay, so part of the other, the other part of the teaching, and since you're bringing it up, maybe let's go into that and then go into the activation, since that seems to be where we're guided. Well, once you are in your ascension process, your chakra colors actually change, okay? So we have our physical chakra colors that we come in with, right? And then we have our rays of creation, which is a whole other teaching. But in regards to your question is, your solar power center, do you know where that is?
Yes.
Your solar. Okay, so your solar power center includes your solar plexus, your heart, the thymus, and that's like considered your 8th chakra, even though it's above the crown. The energy where that comes in your solar power center, right there, like if you were to put your hand like on your heart and just move it over more towards the middle, like in the sternum area, that's your solar power center, for those of you who don't know where that is. So that solar power center is really bringing in all of, if you think, with your solar plexus is like a golden, but your heart, when it ascends into that new color, it could be, that green and pink color. So it's like pulling all of those colors in together, because your solar power center is really active. And, with as much work you do, Terry, you're, in your ascension, I feel like that's an integration point. And the message that I'm getting for you from my guides is to do more breathing exercises into your solar power center.
Okay.
Does that answer the question for you?
Yeah. Yes, it does. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. So, and now that we're talking about that a little bit, and some of you may have learned the colors, of the chakras through different teachings. There's a lot of some all resonate back to the same colors and some do not. But, again, you have to find out what resonates for you. And from what my experiences have been, and with working with other people in energy healing as well, is that in our ascension process, the colors of the chakras actually start to change. So once we've balanced our chakras and we're utilizing them, and we're expanding our spirit, they start to change in colors. So your root chakra goes from red to violet. And then the second chakra, the reproductive area, changes from orange to like a pinkish orange. And then your third chakra, the solar plexus, it's like a yellow, and then it changes to a beautiful golden color. And the heart shifts from green to pink, which is why a lot of times people are seeing a lot of green and a lot of pink. There's a lot going on there in the heart chakra. And then when you move into your throat, it's a blue, and then it shifts into a deep blue/violet as you're going through your ascension. So your 6th chakra, which is the third eye in the center of the forehead, is indigo, and it actually starts to turn to a golden white. And the crown at the top of the head is violet, but it actually starts to turn to a white tinge violet. So there's the violet, but there's like a white tinge around the outside of that. And, the rays of creation, there's different colors of the rays, and some of them coincide with the colors of the chakra system. Some of them are the same, some of them are different. And, the archangels and the masters, they all have their teachings on the rays, and then there's, the angels that we went through. They're teaching on those chakras, but they also teach in different rays, which correspond with different chakras. It's like really deeper teaching. So if you are interested in that, friend me on Facebook, or Terry, I believe, has the information how to get in touch with me if you would like to get into a little bit deeper teachings on the chakras. I do offer that as in my spiritual guidance as a spiritual analyst on, what's next, what are you moving through, and what are you looking to create in your life, and in that beautiful element of cosmic energy. So going right into the activation now, what I'd like you to do is, if you are in a space where you can get comfy in your chair or your sofa, whatever it is, and close your eyes and just listen to the sound of my voice, and listen to your angels and your spirit guides as they guide us through this. And close your eyes. And in each chakra center, there's a crystalline sphere of light from the divine I Am presence, which anchors in your breathing. So remember that breath is the conductor of this energy. So as we do this, I may remind you to breathe deeply, but remind yourself also, because this is about bringing your conscious and your subconscious to be awake as one. Okay? So go ahead, close your eyes, focus on the root chakra at the base of the spine. If you have felt a lack of vitality or desire, or you've had a lot of feelings of disempowerment or resentment or depression, breathe into this root chakra. Visualize a red, see it, feel it, whatever works best for you. And I'm going to say an affirmation, and I'd like you to say it inside, so don't repeat it out loud. Say it inside to yourself, because we're talking to your cells, we're talking to your chakras, we're talking to the glands. So take a deep breath into the root. I am now assessing and integrating the power of unity and oneness. My connection with the earth and all abundance. Take another breath into the root. Moving on up to the second chakra, just below your belly button. If you have been ego-driven, desired by fears, and had a lot of fears come up in your life, or if you've been in a place where you've manipulated somebody before, and these are interactions that we have for others in this chakra. Breathing into that area of the reproductive glands, and state to yourself now, I am now assessing and integrating the power of passion with spirit as my director. My desire will be to create peace, joy, and prosperity, to enjoy and share. Take another deep breath. Now, moving up to your third chakra, the solar plexus, 2 to 3 inches above the belly button. Releasing energies of low self-esteem, giving your power away, allowing others to attach energy cords or drain you of your energy, or any emotional trauma, anger, or impacted psychic energy. Breathing into that area and stating to yourself, I am now accessing my personal power center and taking control of my emotions. I am the master of my desires. I set clearly defined boundaries. Take another deep breath. Moving into the fourth chakra, which is your heart. Visualize, see, or imagine a beautiful color of green. Releasing the energies of feeling unloved, unworthy, jealousy, envy, or selfishness. State now to yourself, I now activate my emotional and my solar power life force centers. I now activate my emotional and my solar power life force centers. I receive and project only love, light energy. I open my heart to the divine flow of spirit. Take a deep breath into your heart. Moving up now to the 5th chakra, which is your throat. Releasing energy of not speaking your truth, judgment, criticism of others. Releasing a sense of shame or helplessness. And state to yourself, I am now assessing my willpower center through the power of communication and self-expression. I will speak my truth with integrity and discernment. Take a deep breath again into your throat area, seeing a beautiful cobalt blue energy flow through. Moving up to the 6th chakra, the 3rd eye, in the center of your forehead. Releasing energies of not being able to concentrate, tension, fear, bad dreams. Or if you insist on rational explanations for inspired thought, or if you need to release a mental or scientific explanation for psychic phenomena you experience, state to yourself, I am now assessing the power of my intuitive mind. I have clear insight. I listen attentively. I tap into my inner wisdom and the wisdom of my higher self. Take a deep breath in to the center of the forehead. Moving up to the 7th chakra, the crown, the top of your head. Now releasing energies of feelings of confusion, dissatisfaction, depression. Releasing disorderly thoughts and actions. Releasing feeling hopeless or faithless. And state to yourself, I am now assessing my spiritual power in connection to my divine I am presence, which is my center for enlightenment, inspiration, and wisdom. And now your 8th chakra, which is 8 to 12 inches or so above your head, your crown chakra. State this to yourself. I connect to and am in alignment with my rainbow bridge to unity consciousness. I hereby transmute all discordant or misqualified energies as I move beyond the law of karma and into a state of grace. So be it. So it is. For I am that I am. Now, we are going to tone and seal in this energy that we've released and all that we've activated. Now, back at the root chakra, at the base of the spine, say 3 times. I live. You now live your divine expression of your dream reality. Back into the second chakra, the reproductive area. Say oh. Oh, oh, oh. 3 times. I feel. You now feel the divine expression of your spirit, and you live freely to feel differently a vibration that seems so familiar and is now active, to feel your divine presence within. Moving up to your third chakra, your digestion, 3 inches or so above the belly button. Oh, oh, like oh. Say that 3 times. Oh, oh, oh. I will. I will. You will now be the most powerful creator, the most powerful co-creator than you've ever been before. To will your life into existence. Moving up into the heart. Like A-H. 3 times. I love. You now, when you say I love, you feel divine love. And you live an expression of divine love. For you are nothing less than pure divine love. And you now feel and experience that in your life from a place of your true divinity. Moving up to the throat. I, like your physical eye. E-Y-E. I. 3 times. I speak. I speak. You now speak your truth lovingly for the purposes of living a life of your creation through the words you speak. Lovingly to yourself and to others, knowing that the words you speak and trusting your divine inner wisdom, that you can never say the wrong thing when you speak from love. Taking a deep breath, moving in to your 6th chakra, the 3rd eye in the center of your forehead. I, like a pirate says, I. I see. I see. You now seeing more clearly than you've ever seen before. You see yourself for who you truly are. You see others for who they truly are, without judgment or fear that you can ever be judged. For as you see yourself clearly, others see you clearly as well. Moving up to the 7th chakra at the top of the head, the crown. Om. O-M, Om. Say it. Om, Om, Om. I am. I am. You are everything that you are, which is divine perfection. Any time that you feel or see yourself less than that, repeat the mantra, I am that I am, and I am divine perfection. Taking a deep breath into this wonderful energy. In allowance to be a creator of your life. Your divine true self is now active and one with your physical reality, with your emotional body and your mental mind, and you ascend easily and effortlessly in a divine, balanced, harmonic. I love you all so much. And I'm so happy that you joined in tonight in this process and that you allowed me to be a guide through your spiritual analysis this evening. And as you move forward in to your everyday life, all of this information is already inside of you. All of these divine qualities are within you. Activate them, express them, balance, harmonize. Remember that the 7 chakras and these energy centers are the main points. We have over 88,000 chakras. And as we started today and we set an intention to activate and to download and then activate and stepped into our heart and allowed our ego mind to step away. Know that balancing your physical and spiritual life is so important. And remembering that our cells do emit radiation and energy like a source of power. Your body, your unique individual body does this. You are so powerful. Do not forget who you are. And when you question who you are, take a deep breath, breathe into your heart, and tell yourself, I am that I am. Allow yourself to integrate this energy, allowing your body to be less dense and more free to express itself with the source of the universe. Allow yourself some time to come back, and I encourage you to drink some water, preferably with lemon if you can. It will help you to hydrate faster. How you doing, Terry?
Oh, my gosh, I'm floating. I loved it. That was awesome. Thank you so much for doing that for us tonight.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy that we were able to create this together for everyone and for us tonight.
Yes, absolutely. And we have a thank you from the chat room. Chris says thank you. That was beautiful.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Terry, if it's okay. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I know we've set the intention that even on the replay that people will benefit from this. So I'm just excited about all of those that were here and those that are going to hear it later on the replay, which we'll share out on Facebook.
Absolutely, and they are grounded, safe, and secure in the space that we created. And if it's okay, I just want to give one quick message from the universe. Mother Gaia and the universe is the opposite of love is fear. And notice where you spend your time. Are you living a life of your choice? Are you living the life of what others taught you your life should look like? Are you living in fear? Or are you a co-creative master of your life? So that's the universe has to ask and say to us this evening.
Awesome. And it's great questions to ask. So, yes, we should all ask that of ourselves. And thank you so much. And I apologize, when I did your introduction of you, I wanted to include spiritual analyst, and I totally just went right by that. But yes, I love that, and I love that that you have chosen that to call yourself, because that's what you are and that's what you do. And I think you've done that before in a lifetime. And, that message was brought through as we were talking about it and discussing it the other night. This
I know,
isn't the
it's
first
so wonderful.
time that you've done this. Yeah, it's amazing. I do this gift that Spirit has given me is I'm able to see past lives for people, and definitely I've connected, and that's one of the things that you've done before, and I think that's just amazing, and I'm glad you're doing it again this lifetime.
Yes, me too. Thank you so much, Terry, for creating this wonderful space for all of us to connect with each other and activate each other and help each other heal ourselves, and just tapping into those messages of divine. It's really beautiful what you've created.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, the intention was to send out positive, uplifting stuff over the airwaves, and that's what we do. That's what we do. Anytime that you come on Angel Speakers Blogtalk Radio, that's what you're going to get. It's not going to be any bashing or debating or anything like that. It's all just positive energy. So I just appreciate all of those that follow the shows and that come on regularly. And I love you. I love all of you. I love you for being here tonight and for receiving this blessing from Lorene tonight. Lorene, I just thank you so much. I love you, and I thank you for being here tonight.
I love you too. Thank you.
And you'll be back again.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Have
all right.
A great
thanks
night,
again.
Everybody.
Have a wonderful night. Many blessings to you all. I love you. If you're ever near these storms, stay safe. We're lifting up the intention that they will go back out to sea and not do any damage. So I love you. Stay blessed. Good night.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming, and I'm loud. Roar!
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything!
A Wendy's Frosty is something special. And for a limited time, a Frosty is just 50 cents. An American classic for a classic price. It's not quite a milkshake, not quite an ice cream cone. It's definitely chocolate or vanilla. That choice is on you. Use a spoon or a French fry. Anything goes. A Frosty makes summer special. Yep, there's nothing quite like a Frosty. And there's nothing quite like this deal. A Frosty for 50 cents. Get yours before this deal melts away. Small Frosty at participating Wendy's for a limited time.